All right, it's that time of year again, the ultimate tech battle. We are putting the three biggest flagship phones of 2025 head-to-head to see which one really deserves your money. So let's just dive right into the showdown. So here's the big question on everyone's mind. Who is taking home the crown this year? Because in 2025, Google is getting serious. I mean, they're expanding their service network, they're launching online stores in new markets with some really aggressive deals. This isn't just another phone launch, folks. This is a high-stakes fight for the top spot.
First up, you've got the incumbent, the one everyone measures themselves against, the Apple iPhone 16. It's the industry benchmark, right? The phone that really needs no introduction. But the real question is, does it still have what it takes to lead the pack?
Next, we have the reigning champion of the Android universe, the Samsung S25. Year after year, Samsung brings top-tier hardware and an experience that's just packed with features. It's definitely the one to beat.
And finally, here comes the ambitious challenger, the Google Pixel 10. With a brand new processor, a bigger battery, and a seriously powerful 5x telephoto lens, Google is not playing around. They're aiming to shake up the entire market. So, let's see how these giants really stack up.
Okay, let's kick things off. Round one, it's all about look and feel. We're talking design, that beautiful screen, and of course, battery. First impressions.
Right out of the gate, the competition on design is just incredibly tight. All three of them feel super premium, really comfortable to hold with those rounded corners. The S25, wow, that's the lightest of the bunch. The Pixel, on the other hand, it has a bit more heft to it. Both the iPhone and Samsung are rocking that nice matte glass back, but the Pixel has gone glossy, which, yeah, you know what that means. Hello, fingerprints. Look, design is so personal, and they're all fantastic, so we're calling this one a dead heat. 4.5 across the board.
But when we get to the display, oh boy, this is where a clear winner emerges. The Samsung S25 is just the undisputed champion here. It's got that buttery smooth 120Hz LTPO display. That's the fancy tech that adjusts on the fly to save battery. The Pixel also gets up to 120Hz, which is great, but its panel isn't quite as efficient. And the iPhone, it's still stuck at 60Hz. In 2025, that is a real head-scratcher for sure. Plus, both the S25 and Pixel have PWM dimming to make it easier on your eyes, which the iPhone is missing. In every test, the S25 screen was just the brightest. So yeah, no contest. A clean win for Samsung.
So, the big battery question, will they get you through a day? And the answer is, yup. All three will comfortably get you through a full day with about 5 hours of screen on time. When you plug them in, the Pixel is actually a tiny bit faster, and Google's new Pixel Snap is a really cool MagSafe style feature. But then again, the iPhone still has the fastest wireless charging out there. They all trade blows here, so they're pretty evenly matched. It's another tie, 4 points each.
All right, let's check the scoreboard after round one. And just like that, thanks to that knockout display, the Samsung S25 is pulling ahead with 13.5 points. The iPhone and Pixel are neck and neck right behind it, tied at 12.5. An early lead for the Android champ.
But we're just getting started. It's time for round two, power and performance. Let's see what's really going on under the hood.
So, each phone comes to the fight with its own brand new chip. You've got Apple's A18, which is always a beast. Samsung is rocking the top-of-the-line Snapdragon 8 Elite from Qualcomm. And then there's Google with its custom Tensor G5, which is all about AI smarts. They all sound great on paper, right? But how do they stack up in the real world?
Well, if you look at the benchmark scores, the story is, wow, it's dramatic. The Samsung S25 and its Snapdragon chip don't just beat the Google Pixel 10, it absolutely demolishes it. I mean, this gap isn't just big, it's massive.
Honestly, the source analysis we're using puts it perfectly. The difference here is like comparing the first season of Game of Thrones to the last one. Yeah, one is a masterpiece of performance, and the other, well, you know.
Okay, benchmarks are one thing, but what about day-to-day stuff? For video editing, the S25 is the speed demon, with the Pixel surprisingly pulling ahead of the iPhone. But gaming? That's the real test. While the S25 and iPhone were super smooth, the Pixel? Oof, it was struggling. We're talking frame drops, inconsistent performance, and it got really hot. So while Google's Tensor chip is getting better, it's clear it's still got some catching up to do.
So let's tally the scores after that performance round. Samsung is just widening its lead. It's in a really commanding position now with 18.5 points. The iPhone is holding its own in second, but yeah, The Pixel's performance issues have knocked it down to last place for now.
But hold on, this fight is not over yet. We're heading into the final round, and honestly, this could be the most important one. Smarts and snaps. We're talking about the cameras and the whole software experience that brings it all together. This is where the Pixel has a real chance to shine.
Let's start with the camera gear. Everyone's got a main and ultra-wide lens. That's standard. But the telephoto lens? That's the game changer. The iPhone 16 still no telephoto. It's wild. The S25 has a respectable 3x optical zoom. But look at this. The Pixel 10 comes in with a beastly 5x optical telephoto. That is a massive hardware advantage.
And does that hardware advantage pay off? Oh, absolutely. The Pixel's the undeniable camera king here. Gets a perfect 5 out of 5. Its photos just look real, you know? True-to-life colors. And that 20x zoom is just ridiculously sharp compared to the others. Samsung's photos are good, but the colors can be a little amped up. And its max 30x zoom, yeah, the source calls it an oil painting, and that's pretty accurate. The iPhone takes great shots for Instagram, but without a real telephoto lens, it's just playing a different game.
Now for the smarts. Samsung's One UI gets top marks. It's super customizable, and its AI features actually work right now. Google's Pixel UI has a beautiful, fresh redesign and some neat tricks like a camera coach, but a lot of its big AI promises are still labeled coming soon. And on the Apple side, well, iOS 18 is still the least customizable, and the much-hyped Apple Intelligence features are also delayed, which gives it the lowest score here.
And after that massive final round, take a look at this scorecard. What a comeback story for the Pixel. That incredible camera and solid software just catapulted it past the iPhone into second place. But Samsung's consistency all the way through means it's still holding on to that top spot.
Okay, the scores are in. The dust is settled. It's time to make it official and announce the winner of our 2025 Smartphone Showdown. And the crown goes to the Samsung S25. It won by delivering strong, consistent performance across every single category. A well-deserved win.
But listen, the final score doesn't tell the whole story, does it? The S25 won because it's the most balanced, the most complete package with no real weaknesses. The Pixel 10, though, our runner-up, that is the intelligent choice, if the camera is your #1 priority, period. And the iPhone 16? Look, it came in third on our scorecard, but let's be real, it's still a fantastic device that's going to sell like crazy.
So, there you have it. The S25 won the battle of the spec sheet. But that leaves us with the most important question, the one for you to think about. What do you value most? Is it the all-around power and consistency of Samsung, the photographic genius of Google, or the seamless, it-just-works ecosystem of Apple? Which phone's philosophy truly wins you over?